Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready to dive into some serious product strategy. Today we're tackling those kind of sneaky but super important concepts. Product relevance and need, like
Hmm.
why we can't resist some products but others just like sit on the shelf.
It's tougher than it sounds.
Right, and we're lucky to have Tyler Dorsey's brain to pick today. He's all about this stuff.
Oh, he's the guru.
Yeah,
Literally wrote the book on it, Product Perfection.
exactly. So much good stuff in there. And Dorsey kicks it off with relevance. Sounds basic, right? Basically how much a product, actually matters to the person buying it.
Seems obvious, but you'd be surprised how many companies miss that mark.
Oh, tell me about it. Like, I am the queen of buying a kitchen gadget on sale, and then it just sits in the back of the cupboard. You know what I mean?
Totally. And that's where need comes in, which is where Dorsey really digs deep.
Okay, so break down for me. What's the Dorsey take on need?
So it's not just about logic, right? Like, yeah, you need a working phone.
Yeah.
But there's a whole emotional layer, too. Dorsey says companies need to tap into both.
Ooh, interesting. Give me an example.
Okay, so you need a new work laptop. Yours is ancient, barely functioning,
Don't judge.
but you don't just want any replacement. You want the sleekest, fastest one, even if you're just doing spreadsheets, right?
Oh, 100%. It's that feeling of, I deserve this awesome thing, even if it's not really that necessary.
Exactly. And Dorsey had this great exercise in the book, The Heart and Head thing.
Okay, tell me more about that.
Basically, it forces you to think about both sides. The logical, I need this to function, and the emotional, this makes me feel good.
So finding that sweet spot where practicality meets a little bit of desire.
Exactly. Because that's when people really open their wallets.
So we're talking relevance, we're talking need, but then there's that next level, actually getting people to buy. That's where demand comes in.
Exactly. You can need something, but does anyone actually want to buy it? That's the question.
And Dorsey has this idea, kind of radical that it makes sense, that instead of trying to create a whole new need, companies should look at where the money's already going. Like, what are people spending on now?
Follow the trends, right?
Yeah. So instead of inventing some new kitchen gadget, figure out why that air fryer everyone's obsessed with is selling like crazy.
What need is it tapping into? Exactly.
So riding that wave of existing desire instead of trying to create a whole new wave from scratch.
And this ties into another Dorsey gem, the whole quick fix versus long-term solution thing. Where did your product fit in on that spectrum? It's huge.
Okay, now break that down for me. What's he talking about there?
So are you offering something like a quick fix for a one-time problem, like think of stain remover pen or something,
Makes sense.
versus are you offering something that's a bigger investment, solves a problem that's always there?
Yeah.
Like a high-quality mattress,
Ooh, I see. I'm thinking about those single-use cleaning products I buy. Total quick fix. I fall for it every time.
Right. But then something like good headphones.
I'll spend money on those. Those are long haul.
Exactly. And Dorsey's point is companies know this about us.
Yeah.
How we spend. But it gets even deeper, right?
Yeah.
Because then there's necessity.
Okay, yeah, we've got to talk about that. Relevance, need, demand, now necessity. This is getting to the core of why we buy, right?
Totally. And Dorsey has this great analogy, rain versus a storm. Bear with me.
Okay, rain versus a storm. How does this apply to, like, a new phone or something?
So rain, that's your everyday problem, right? It's not an emergency, but it's always there.
Okay.
So if you live in, say, Seattle, you just need certain things, a good umbrella, waterproof jacket.
You've got to be prepared.
Right. Now, a storm, that's
Okay.
your sudden urgent problem, creates a whole different kind of demand, things you don't think about every day.
Yeah, like a generator when the power goes out,
Oh,
or
sure.
sandbags if you're in a flood zone, that kind of thing.
Exactly. So when you're thinking about a product, ask yourself, is it solving a rain problem or a storm problem?
That is such a good way to think about it. It's not always life or death, but it's like, what level of need are we really talking about here?
Exactly. And speaking of problem solving, Dorsey's next concept is all about requirements. The things a product absolutely must have to be viable.
Requirements.
Yeah.
The easy to think of that as like a checklist, right? Just the basics. It needs to do this, this, and this.
Oh, but Dorsey does not stop there.
He takes it deeper, I bet. Yeah, like it's got to have the basics. Check, 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 move on, right?
Right. But it's got to be more than that. A product can check all the boxes, do what it's supposed to,
Yeah.
but still fall flat. Dorsey's talking about what makes it, actually great.
The thing that makes you excited to use it, yeah.
Exactly. And he has this whole analogy. It's kind of surprising, but it works. He uses food.
Okay, food. So how does that tie into product requirements? Explain it to me.
So think about Like your favorite restaurant. It's not just about the food being edible, right?
Right.
There's a whole experience there. Like the smells when you walk in, the sounds.
The ambiance.
Exactly. Even like the clinking of glasses, maybe some music.
Hmm.
Dorsey's point is those things matter. They go beyond the basic requirement and make it enjoyable.
It's like the difference between just grabbing a bite and having a whole dining experience, for sure.
Exactly. He talks about like even how convenient the food is or the atmosphere of the place.
Mm,
Those
yeah.
factor into.
Totally. It's all those little things that add up to something special.
Right. And that's how you hook people, keep them coming back for more.
Yeah.
But then there's the flip side, right? Where there's a need out there that nobody's meeting. That's
Yeah.
Dorsey's gaps.
Okay, gaps, those areas where, like, you can see what's missing. There's a need, but no solution yet.
And that's where the real opportunity is, right? That's how you get those game-changing products.
I'm listening. So how do you fill the gap?
Two ways, Dorsey says. You can disrupt or you can innovate.
Ooh, this is getting into entrepreneur territory. I like it.
Right. So disruptors,
Yeah.
those are the ones that come in and just blow everything up. Totally change how we do things.
Give me an example. Like, what are we talking about here?
Think about Uber and Lyft. They came in and boom, transportation's different, right? They disrupted a whole industry.
Completely changed the game. Yeah.
Okay, now innovators. They're taking what's already there and making it way, way
It's
better.
improving on it. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, think about smartphones. They keep getting more refined, more features, better design.
Yeah.
That's innovation.
Okay, so disruptors reinvent the wheel. Innovators give the wheel a serious upgrade.
Perfect. But even with the best product, you need people to actually buy it, right?
Right.
That's where Dorsey's urgency comes in.
Right, and I feel like we've all seen those tactics. Limited time offer, countdown timer, gotta buy now. Sometimes it feels a little, I don't know.
Salesy.
Yeah, a little manipulative almost.
And Dorsey actually warns against that
Okay.
fake urgency.
Mhm.
He says the key is figure out what problems your product solves.
Okay, so it's gotta be genuine.
Right. Target the message around those specific problems instead of just sale ends soon.
Hmm.
It's this weekend only. Get the tools you need to finally organize your home office.
So much better. It feels less like a gimmick and more like, hey, I actually need this.
Ex-
Wow, we have covered so much ground today. I feel like we've taken a crash course in what makes a product truly great.
All thanks to Tyler Dorsey.
Yeah, he really knows his stuff. But the coolest part is you don't have to be like a marketing expert to use this.
Right. This is for everyone.
It's about being a smarter shopper, being aware of what's going on behind the scenes. So next time you're tempted by that shiny new product, channel your inner Dorsey and ask yourself, do I need this or do I just think I do? That's it for today's deep dive. Thanks for exploring with us.